welcome back to another episode of RCX Unwrapped,
featuring Watson.
April edition. Here's Todd. He's gonna snap at someone. There you go.
So these are all the books we read in April.
I technically didn't read the entirety of the 2 omnibuses. I read like part of them, but they're here.
It's still fun.
So it's fine. It's all good.
And without further ado,
Here
you
we
should
go.
go first.
I guess I should. So the first thing I read this month was The Cartoonist Club. And after I finished this, I was like, wow, April's going to be a terrible reading month because I already read the greatest thing I read this month. This is, how do you say her last name?
Telgemeier.
Telgemeier. This is Raina Telgemeier and Scott McCloud working together to create a all-ages version of Scott McCloud's Understanding Comics. So this is a really excellent little book about how to create a comic and the importance of comics and the different things that you can use to make comics. It's a lovely little story with amazing little characters, and it's just absolutely wonderful, and I think everybody should read it. So please do that for me.
That wasn't a jab at me or anything.
No! You'll read it when you get to it. It's okay. And then I read Going Under, which Jaclyn read last night, so there's not a whole lot new to say about it, but I very much enjoyed it. It's very, very good.
I'm glad you liked it.
It's a very gut punch. So, yeah.
You should save this for after.
I should save that one for last.
I read Don't Cause Trouble by Ari Chung, and this is about middle schooler Ming Lee, and he's had a bowl cut his whole life, and he hates that. So he gets this fresh new cut, and he looks so cool. And he gets placed in ESL, even though English is his first language, so that's a problem. And of course, his parents' motto is get good grades and don't cause trouble. So it was him living up to his parents' expectations, and he meets a new friend, and they draw comics, and it was just a good time. It kind of reminded me of New Kid by Jerry Craft, that kind of thing. But it's about belonging, and it's a good story.
Oh, that's so fun. Hooray.
Hopefully I remembered that correctly.
It was a long one. Next I read Helen of Windhorn. This was very good. So the art in this is just gorgeous. Like take a look at that. It is so
Who's
very beautiful. I cannot say their name.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. But so it's about Helen, and her father is a famous fantasy writer. And she's read all his books and whatnot. And then her father dies, and she goes to live with her grandfather, who they're very estranged from. And she learns that the books her father was writing are actually all true. So her grandfather sweeps her away to this magical land where she meets her mother and all these other things. And it's interspersed with a couple current day things, because there's a writer trying to write, obviously, a biography about Helen's father, and it's kind of also his journey collecting that's a bad word to use, collecting information and learning about Helen's life along the way. It's very good. I highly enjoyed it.
I read Here Be Monsters by Bones, aka Bowen McCurdy. This was a Kickstarter, so if you missed out, you missed out.
Aww.
Hopefully it'll be on their Etsy, but this came out in October for Shortbox Comics Fair. I talked about it then, I believe, and I'm going to talk about it now because it's beautiful and I love it, and Tess is going to take it home and read it.
Cool!
But it's just beautiful art. It's about a mermaid and a sailor falling in love. It's basically a retelling of The Little Mermaid, but better, because choices are made. No spoiler. And there's also this grumpy sailor. So there's really only 3 characters, but it's so beautiful. I I don't really want to spoil this because this is one that you need to experience.
It's kind of short. So you
It's
don't
very
wanna,
short. It's like 40 pages. But, retelling of The Little Mermaid, but make it queer and more beautiful and better.
Yay! I will definitely steal that one.
Definitely.
Next I read Deceased. Basically there's a digital virus, and if you look at a screen, you become a zombie. That's the whole shebang. And so it's Batman and Superman, and they're all trying to prevent people from looking at the screens and whatnot, and you know, eventually everyone dies. So it was good. The writing is good. It's Tom Taylor. I think it's just a little gruesome for me.
You're gonna continue the series?
No. I saw that there was one with John and Damien as the main characters, and even then I was like, that's a little much for me.
Definitely not for me either.
No, not ideal. You wanna go next?
I read Almost Sunset by Wahab Al-Gharami, maybe? And this is about Hassan, who is fasting for Ramadan. It's like one of his first times doing it. And he's also on the soccer team, and his coach is like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving practice early all the time? But he has to go to evening prayers and stuff like that. And he starts failing at things because he's tired. He doesn't have any energy. So I enjoyed him struggling and realizing like priorities. Not struggling. That's not the best way to say that. I don't enjoy him struggling, but I enjoyed how it was written in kids experiencing Ramadan for like one of the first times and the importance of it. And he wasn't really embarrassed, but he didn't want to tell his friends why he was struggling, and eventually like he has to be like, hey, this is what's going on. And he's not getting along with someone else on the soccer team, and he doesn't want to feel replaced. So it's a lot of struggles and about tradition and family. I just love stories like that.
Yeah. Hooray!
That's bad.
Next I read Superman Space Age by Mark Russell. This was really fun. It's just kind of it's another like short little retelling of like the origin of Superman or whatever. And the big thing in this book is Superman learns that sometimes his good intentions will still have backlash and will still affect other people. Like, one of the things that stood out to me the most in this book is Superman creates a cure-all for everything. He learns how to cure cancer before it's even started, all of the things, perfectly healthy people always. And then Lex Luthor comes in and is like, you just destroyed the lives of so many medical professionals. So many people are now out of a job because you took that away from them. And that was a whole struggle.
That's a sad way to look at it.
Right? Right? That's what I was like, okay, they can find other jobs. But maybe that's not the point. But yeah, it was really good. It takes place over a couple, like, decades, I believe. And yeah.
Allred's art is...
It's really pretty.
Oh,
yeah, let me find something fun to show. There we go. Look at him go.
Beautiful.
Very good.
I read the Oja Woja, I'm going to say that probably way wrong, by Magdalene Visaggio and Jen St. Ange. This was about friendship. It takes place in a small town, and oh my gosh. They're doing a project for supernatural stuff, and stuff actually is really happening. I don't really remember a whole lot, except for I really love the friendship, and one of the characters is autistic and one is queer. I believe it's not the same, both on the same person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing a good job with words today.
It's okay, me neither.
But there's like a demon presence, and these kids come together to save their town, basically. It's like a horror mystery or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that page. Oh, very Mean Girl vibes, because the bully gets taken over by the demon, So that definitely reminded me of Regina George. But they're just trying to save their... Yeah, look at this scene. This is a very Mean Girl scene. Look.
I love it. Yes.
So, it was fun. I read it for Autism Acceptance Month, and it's been on my TBR for, like, years. No, it was a good time. If you like paranormal, mystery, horror, friendship, small town books.
Yes. Very cool. Very cool.
I'm just blabbing, not making any sense today.
It's okay. I read DC: The New Frontier. I read Absolute Martian Manhunter, which is a comic coming out right now, and I asked Tommy, like, what can I read with him in it? That way I know who he actually is and not that version of him. And so there's a great, like, bit in this where it's Martian Manhunter first coming to Earth, and he spends, like, months just watching TV trying to learn how to be a human. And it's a really cool, like, story within that. What I really love about this book is how many characters are used. Like there's an excellent scene where Wonder Woman comes and sets a bunch of women free. And then she gives them guns to destroy their, like, abusers. Like, literally. And Superman is all like, you can't do that. They can't kill people. And Wonder Woman's like, whatever. There's this really great picture, and I kind of want to get it tattooed. I feel like Darwin Cook's, like, art style is just so perfect, and I want to take it and I want to, like, eat it. It's very, very good. And there's a little bit of everybody in it, like I said. So there's Superman storylines and some Green Lanterns, and it's all really very, very good. If I hadn't read the other two books that were really, 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 really good this month, this would have been my favorite. So it's third place.
Third place.
Third place.
Ooh, we're gonna have to rank after this. I read Brielle and Bear, which is essentially Beauty and the Beast, but the art in this is so freaking cute. I love it so much.
It's really cute.
So Bear's a jock and Brielle is the bookworm, obviously. It was adapted from a webtoon. I haven't read the webtoon, but I think they made changes for the book version. But it is just so wholesome. There's a lot of diverse characters, and it's suited for all ages. Even though they're in college, it's very much an all ages story, which I appreciate. And I also love that at the end, it's like, this is their beginning. This is not even the start of their story yet.
Aww.
So there will be more about their relationship, and I hope to see more of their friends. And look how cute he is playing the cello.
Aww.
That's not Bear, that's someone else, I think. Well, maybe it is Bear. I don't remember.
It's really cute.
It was so long ago. But
Yeah,
shattering
I really like
stereotypes, and just look how cute he is.
They're just so cute.
He plays rugby.
Rugby. I might have to steal that one as well.
Yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm. Hooray!
That's probably my third favorite.
The third favorite. Next I read Zatanna, Bring Down the House. This was a whole lot of fun. I read it at the beginning of the month, and I wish I remembered it a little bit better. But it is very fun. I love Zatanna's, like, characterizations in this. And, you know, John Constantine shows up, and there's some stuff with that. But yeah, it's written by Mariko Tamaki, so everything that she touches is pretty great. And yeah, it's very good. There are lots of little funny rabbits, so if you like little funny rabbits, I highly recommend this book.
I've only read her YA young adult,
which I didn't like.
YA and young adult are the same thing. All ages books. So an adult version might be really fun.
It's very good, yes.
I read Restless by Joseph Kai. This was interesting.
Oh yeah?
So Joseph Kai is Lebanese, And so I was kind of drawn to it because of that. And this whole book takes place in like the underground of Beirut, the queer, what did I say? The underground world, not underground world, but
hidden, kind of.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Oh my gosh. So it's very queer. There's like not musical. I'm struggling. I am struggling. Let's see. What does it say on the back? Nothing.
The art is really cool.
The art is very vibrant and fun. It's like the art scene, the underground art scene and queer scene come together.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good word. The purples and oranges. It was just random and trippy. Not much plot, but it's just him going through. There's a little butt. Yeah. I wonder how our bodies would feel without the weight of rejection, threat, and fear. Interesting.
Very cool.
I'm sorry, I'm doing a
No, it's
terrible
okay. We both are. We both are. Next, I read the first volume of Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four. So I didn't actually read all of this. I read the soft one, which was like maybe 12 issues, maybe more. I don't remember. I had never read a Fantastic Four book before, so I thought this was pretty good. Tommy calls it the best book where nothing happens, and I can kind of see that. I really like the family dynamic. It definitely, like, it's very cool. And the whole, like, Reed Richards struggling with, like, knowing everything, but not being able to do anything. And he goes through a bunch of different dimensions, and he meets a bunch of his other selves, and not all of them are good, but there's also a, like, society or something just all consisting of him, like, going around and saving people. And yeah, it was really interesting. I didn't end up reading any more, however, I probably should. And yeah, the little kids were great. I adore them so much. So, yes. Very good, very good. And then I'll go ahead and do this one. That way we can do these two together. I also read the first little volume of Silver Surfer by Dan Slott. This was so wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, again, like the first time I'd ever read about Silver Surfer. And so he is such an interesting character. I really love, like, the metaphors behind his character kind of thing. Like, I went down a little rabbit hole with people, like, comparing him to Icarus and all of these interesting things, and I really...
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was really, really good, and I'm probably going to take this home with me because I only read the first little bit, so...
Please finish
thanks.
it so you can cry. Please.
I'm so excited to cry. I always am. And lastly...
Beetle and the Hollow Bones.
Yes! And Beetle and the Chimera Carnival.
So this is book 1. My favorite book ever, so I reread it because book 2 is coming out.
Yes.
And Beetle is a goblin witch, and she's
so beautiful.
I love her. And her best friend is a blob ghost that is in an abandoned mall, or it's not abandoned yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to be. Because Kat's grandma, Miss Hollowbone, evil lady, is about to tear it down because her family was raised on that land and she wants it back. So the whole point is Beetle has to save Blob Ghost from the mall, and her and Cat Hollowbone rekindle their friendship. Mm-hmm. It's so good. The art is
gorgeous.
My favorite. And then Blob Ghost is like, I want to be called Penny.
It's just literally the sweetest book ever, and it is so softly written, and this is no different. This one got a little bit more like angsty, which I really liked. So it's Cat and Beetle, and their relationship is kind of going a little bit further. But Cat's parents suddenly come into town and are like, we have to call down the dragons for the Chimera Carnival, right?
Yeah.
And so once every 10 years, on one night, all of the dragons of the universe come and circle right above their town, right? And it only happens when the magic on their world is super low, so that the magic from the dragons doesn't interfere very much. Because of this, when the magic is low, Beetle and all like the witches or gremlins, goblins have to go underground because they don't get sick when this happens, but like things happen to them. And Beetle's like, I am not doing that. I have to be there for Cat. And then Beetle starts having some adverse reactions to not having gone away, and it's so good. It is amazing.
Our dragon from the mall makes a return. This dragon kind of reminds me of the crab from Moana because he's like eating all the gold.
Yes.
You know that you drop the pennies in the well in the mall? Well, they all go to that dragon. Mm-hmm. And he hoards all his wealth.
I love it. I love it so much.
Best book ever.
It's literally just the greatest thing ever. The greatest characters, story art.
So that and Cartoonist Club are tied for
first place, definitely. I probably liked Beetle more, but I just think that Cartoonist Club is incredibly important. Yes. So I gotta include both of them.
This gets first place because it's my favorite ever. Mm-hmm. This is second place because it's awesome. And this is third place because it's beautiful.
Hooray! Yeah, third place is definitely the new frontier. Which was your least favorite?
Why would you do that? I guess this one. Mm. I still liked it though.
Yeah, I mean, I still liked Deceased, but it was the one I enjoyed the least out of all of them. I like basically everything I read. Very few books.
I know what I'm gonna like, so I know what I'm gonna read.
That's true. Exactly. It's hard when you know exactly what you want to read at all times.
Yeah. But then you don't because you have so many to choose from.
Mm-hmm. Choice paralysis.
And I haven't read anything this month. Mm-hmm. May. Talking about May. It's gonna be May. It was a good month, even though it's less than normal, and I don't remember anything.
No, nor do I, though, so it's okay. We're on the same page here.
This is what happens when we do our videos late. It's free comic book day's fault.
Literally. Everything is free comic book day's fault.
But you should check out all these amazing books.
Yes, you should.
Recommend some other books for us to read.
Please. What did you read this month? What was your favorite and least favorite?
We would love to know. Watson's taking a nap.
Goodbye. He's snoring.
And Todd left.
And Todd got tired of us.
So, that is all.
Yes. Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you next time.
Yay!